Hey, in today's video, what we're going to be doing is talking about the TRX 90 thumb throttle upgrade that we're going to be putting on the '05 Banshee, as well as my children's Raptor 125 and Raptor 250s. So if you enjoy this kind of content, my name is Kenny. This channel is all about fixing your own quads, fixing your own trucks, and things like that. It's going to save you a good bit of money in the future. If you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Share this video, hit that notification bell so that when I upload videos in the future, you'll be notified. And let's get to this thumb throttle upgrade.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want, and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything.
All right, everyone, so I purchased a TRX thumb throttle that we're going to be putting on a couple of ATVs here soon. Things will look a little bit different. I am going to be getting my shop installed back here. Got my little building moved over to the side. But what we're going to be doing in this video is just talking all about that. We're going to go through a few changes. We're going to compare a thumb throttle for a TRX 450R, a TRX 400EX, and a TRX 90. We're going to compare them, take a look at them, see if there's any differences, anything that we have to change to get this absolutely what we want it to be, to make sure we cover all those questions over what's compatible and what's not, and what we need to do to get this on our Yamahas to be able to get these things a little bit more easy on your thumb. All right, everyone, so we already have one of these completely done and restored and looking absolutely new. We're going to really quickly get these sandblasted, get them cleaned up so we have all clean products that we're going to be working with, so we can get these laid out on the table, get these parts looked at, see what we have to change, what we don't have to change, and then get this all reassembled. So we're going to get all that wrapped up, come to the final conclusion by the end of this video that you all know what we need and what we need not do to get these things smooth as butter. All right, so we're going to throw these here into the sandblasting cabinet. I did do a couple changes. Saves a lot on stuff that's falling out, but made it so that you put your parts in from the top, which is absolutely wonderful. Go get a couple things there. We did use the Sandblaster 110-pound hopper from Harbor Freight. Goes in through the side, and this is far superior than anything this will ever do. But no need to go through that. We'll get this sandblasted, get all these clean parts out, and figure out what's going. So here we are with the idle or that throttle limiting screw in that area. I did fill it in with JB Weld, and we're going to smooth it down really quickly. Just going to use that file there. So that's filed down. Looks really smooth and good, but what we're going to do is just get this in the blasting cabinet, get it cleaned up. First, get some of that dirt and stuff off. But to get it cleaned up and then compare it to the others. All right, so here we are with all of our parts laid out. We have 3 different TRX thumb throttles, as well as the Yamaha thumb throttle that came off of my son's Raptor 250. And there's my daughter's. They're identical, so we don't need those apart. The videos aren't about that. We also have 2 TRX 90 levers, as well as 2 of the more washers that go right above those to seal things up. But starting from this side over here, what we have is this one is Cerakoted TRX 400EX. So parts come down, we have our cap, we have a couple little bushings that go in there, a rubber seal, a lever, a locking mechanism, a spring, nut, and a throttle, right? So this is a comparison to the TRX 90. So the 90 difference is between the 2 bowls. When we look at them up close, they pretty much look identical. The only difference you'll see is right here on the side, as I did show in the other video. I did feel the hole here. Get it to focus with JB Weld, and then I Cerakoted it. So something like this might have looked a little bit better if I used powder coat, since it's a little bit on the thicker end. But when you come down through, all the parts are the same. We have same top minus the hole. We have the caps, the retainer, the seal, the washer, and the lever. Lever stacks on top of this one. Perfect. So there's no difference between that arm in there. locking mechanism, spring, and then we have a nut. And then last but not least, we have the longer thumb throttle. So I don't have a way to caliber if I want it, but as you see, it's a good bit shorter. So it's a lot less leverage than the 90. Over here, this one came off of a 450 as well. I can't remember what year it was, but I got it off of eBay, and it looks almost identical to the 400EX one. Same cap, same notches. This one over here has been Cerakoted, while this one, I just wanted to show a little bit of difference, has been powder coated. Caps will be interchangeable for all. This one had a slightly thicker locking support on the bottom, but we go on down, same thing. Cap, seal, cap, fits right on top of the other one, same size, same design, no differences in any of those. Let's see if we got them all perfectly lined up beside each other. My hand's pretty perfect, but yeah, that's all about the same size. Locking mechanism, spring, nut, and short. So these two are the same size. And I'm pretty sure that those of you who are checking this out will already know that by part number, these two things are the same size. So I'm going to be trying to put the part number that you will find for the 400EX ones or the TRX 450s, as well as Ranchers and different models. But right here is the TRX 90 is the one we're going to shoot for, okay? So in shooting for this one, what we've done is went ahead and filled that hole in, so there is no more adjustment or no more throttle limiter. So all these are the same, everything's the same until we get down here. We're gonna remove these two and add these two. So now we have everything pretty much the same. I went ahead and opened our packages up. The thumb throttle itself is the part number right here, as you see, from Honda. And over here is a little clear washer that you see on top. It's the part number for that. So all in all now, the 400EX basically just needed a new lever. The TRX 90 was fine as what it was. I just filled in with JB Weld or cold weld. I filled in the screw. And over here, the 450 just needed a new lever as well. Now, if your throttle looks different than that, I can't say it does work, but if it has this look to it, I'm pretty sure all these, if it has this to it, look to it here, I'm pretty sure that all these will be the same. Got a little bit of run there. Right. So in comparison to the Yamaha has a deeper design for some reason. I'm not really sure why it's built this way. And the angle of this, I don't personally feel is conductive. I think the first thing that this one wants to do is turn, pivot. I think the first thing that this one want to do is to pull down. So I don't think the design is the best. Just stacking the sides and the holes on top of each other. This one does have a shorter arm, which is going to cause more. You're going to need more pressure to get it to spin. Now these will not interchange, as you see. The tops, the square parts, the squares on them are different sizes. So this one will not go into there at all. These will go into here, but why would you want to put a Yamaha throttle on the TRX? I'm sorry, my camera keeps going in and out of focus. So I am going to throw these up on eBay. They're in great condition just in case somebody wanted them. And this is the Yamaha one over here. We have all the hardware and we're going to put everything back together. But for right now, what we're going to do is just set up the camera, get one of these put back together so everyone sees the process of how that goes. And then we're going to put these on to the Yamahas that we have outside. Alright, so I'm going to try to just get this together really neatly. So this is one of the ones that we have that we're going to do. We're going to put that rubber, that plastic bushing in there first. You see, I have a screwdriver on this one, but it's only a 7mm, and it's just going to go in here, just put some pressure, push those and let them seat down. Then we're going to go ahead and get our rubber in the back. Our new lever and our washer. You're gonna go in. So this part here and the lever go opposite ways, just in case you're wondering. I preload this right here on the bottom. So this needs to go in this little notch right here. And it's going to lay in the back side, so it's going to be kind of off once we get it right on there. Then I rotate it around until it starts to seat. Okay. Now I wiggle my lever, figure out where it's going to catch all this at. Well, maybe not yet. Got to push this spring over a little bit with the screwdriver. There we go, that's a little better. So there we go. Our lever's caught. As you see, the spring is still in the way a little bit, but we'll work with that here in a minute. This tab needs to go down on the back side, and it's a 10mm up top. Alright, see, it's kind of stiff. That's because the spring is still underneath the end a little bit, so we're just going to back it off a little bit to where it's a little looser so we can get the spring to move. I'm going to push the spring backwards, and that's going to let it all seat down a little bit better. We're tight on there. You don't gotta go crazy with it. Hand tight is good. This tab was already lifted up, so we'll just go ahead and use it. Tabs up against it, keeping it locking. Cap will go on with the screws, but we're not gonna go that far because we're gonna go ahead and get this installed. All right, so here we are. We're gonna go ahead and we have this apart in pieces right here. But one of the things is the way that Honda has this designed, the split is on the bottom instead of the top. So it's a little bit more of a challenge to get it on when it's in there. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and hook that part on and then do everything that we did in reverse a little bit ago as far as getting it installed. Maybe you gotta put it through there first. When we get that in here, we'll get our spring down in there. Nice and tight. So we just want a little bit of play. See a little bit of play we got? That's what we want, a little bit. And one of the things as well is there's that little lever that sticks out. I trimmed this off. Don't really have to worry about it too much because it's aluminum, so it's not gonna rust or anything. Let's see. All right, YouTube, so there you have it. We have those thumb throttles installed on the Raptor 250s. Now, this video wasn't necessarily about them. I'm going to make another video about that shortly. But all in all, those are the parts you need to make your thumb throttle a lot easier. The TRX, 400EX, or 450. If the throttle looks like the ones that I installed, you should be fine. Buy one of those, get online, get the part number that I had stated for the thumb throttle, you should be good to go. All the parts that are interchangeable, we're good. A lot more leverage, a lot better designs. Honda hit the mark with that. So we're done with this video, and if you're interested in anything else, check out my channel overall. Here's a build on these Raptors, and check out the Banshee.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving.